Oh, hi, miss. I just wanted to call you, tell you that I killed my parents.
Sorry?
Well, I wanted to call you, tell you that I killed my parents. For I will find one.
Leonardo? Diego? Diego Leyva? Okay. How old are you, Diego?
16.
You're 16?
It's early morning in Belen, New Mexico, a small town just south of Albuquerque, when a teenager dials 911. He doesn't sound panicked, or angry, or afraid, but within minutes, police will be rushing to the scene of one of the worst family homicides the region has ever seen.
This is 911 caller. Can you hear me?
Oh, hi, miss. I just wanted to call you, tell you that I killed my parents.
Sorry?
Well, I wanted to call you, tell you that I killed my parents. For I will find one.
If you can hear me, I just want to help you. Can you hear me?
Yes, miss.
Is this
So,
you called 911 and said you killed your family? Is that true? Where are you at right now?
I'm in the kitchen
Okay, how did you kill them?
with a pistol.
Where are they at?
They're laying in the ground dead.
They're laying in the ground.
Yeah,
Who did you kill?
I come out there.
Your parents and who else? I'm here with you. Just talk to me, okay?
My whole family.
Your mom and dad?
Yeah,
Who else?
my brothers.
How many brothers do you have?
So,
Okay. When did this happen?
took tapping.
How long ago? Like 5 minutes ago? 3 minutes ago?
Like 10 minutes ago.
What are you wearing?
Shorts and a t-shirt.
You said red shorts?
You know, I'm wearing a gray shorts.
Gray shorts and a t-shirt? Okay.
Polo.
What made you do this?
I don't know, something bad spirit session.
That you said something what?
Something bad possessing.
Has this happened to you before where you've wanted to kill somebody?
You know, when possessed, something like, I don't know, it just happened.
Who are you talking to?
I'm not talking anymore, it's just my parents dead.
Who is that in the background?
I think that's my dad.
What is he doing?
He's arguing.
He's gargling?
Yeah.
You said he's gargling in the background?
Yeah.
Are you willing to help him right now?
No.
When deputies arrive at the home, 16-year-old Diego Leyva steps outside and surrenders without incident. He's visibly intoxicated. Officers place him under arrest and begin clearing the home. Inside, they find a pistol left on the kitchen table and 4 bodies.
Need one more.
I'm with you.
4, I got 4 people.
1, 2, 3,
1 in
4.
the bathroom, 3 in the hallway.
Diego's parents, Leonardo Leyva and Adriana Bencomo, are both pronounced dead. So are his 2 younger brothers, 16-year-old Adrian and 14-year-old Alexander. All 4 have been shot in the head. The layout is chilling in its simplicity. 2 adults, 2 teenagers, and a gun, all within feet of one another. Crime scene investigators secure the house. Photos are taken. Shell casings are marked. Witnesses are interviewed. And Diego is transported to a nearby hospital for detox. After being medically cleared, he was booked into juvenile detention in Albuquerque. The next day, he was formally charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder. New Mexico State Police confirmed that no other suspects are involved. The motive remains unclear. The teen told dispatchers he believed something took control of him, raising questions about his mental state, and whether this was a sudden psychotic break or something more long-simmering. Diego had no prior criminal history, no active mental health case, and no public record of domestic disturbances or protective orders. Investigators say the shooting was not only intentional, but deliberate. The small town of Belen is left stunned. Diego's mother, Adriana, had volunteered with the Rio community's fire department for years. In a statement released after her death, fellow firefighters described her as dedicated, compassionate, and deeply loved. Leonardo worked locally, and all three sons were students in the Belen Consolidated School District. Former classmates and teachers expressed disbelief. One teacher told reporters she never imagined Diego could be involved in something like this. The case quickly drew national attention, not just for the violence, but for the coldness of the confession and the ages of everyone involved. At the time of his arrest, Diego was just 16, making him a juvenile under New Mexico law. But prosecutors say they're exploring the possibility of trying him as an adult, citing the nature and scale of the crime. The investigation remains active. Authorities continue gathering evidence, conducting interviews, and reviewing Diego's background for any signs of instability, trauma, or warning signs that might explain what happened inside that house. Until a motive is determined or a trial begins, many questions will remain unanswered. What led up to the shooting? Was there a breaking point? Or had something been building for a long time? After just 4 a.m., police are dispatched to a quiet apartment complex in Bellevue, Tennessee. The call is urgent. There's real fear in the caller's voice. What officers find is a man outside, clearly shaken, and someone still inside, unpredictable and armed.
Hello, 911.
Hi, my little brother is having a manic episode. He has tried to stab me with a knife. I don't know where he is. We're at, he's somewhere in the lot, and I don't know where he is. I'm bleeding a little bit. I think 1277. I'm so sorry. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get away from it.
Okay, that's why you keep moving so much. So I'm not.
It's like a light cut. I'm not that bad. I really need to get away.
Okay. He did stab you with a knife, though?
He has cut me and put it up to my neck and like that. I had to stop him from stabbing me. I only got cut a little bit on my hand from stopping that.
Okay, let me see.
He has been, apparently, I took away ether or something. He's like huffing something. I don't know what it is. I have it in a bag in my part of the apartment.
Okay.
I am so sorry. I'm really freaked out right now.
No, that's fine. I'm just trying to get where you are. That's it.
Okay.
I have you over on Spring Creek Drive, is that right?
Yeah, it's like an apartment complex in Bellevue, Tennessee.
Within minutes, officers begin moving through the complex. The man they're looking for is 25-year-old Max Van Sickle. At first, the building seems empty. There's no sign of Max. No movement, just darkness and silence. Flashlights sweep the stairwells. Footsteps echo off concrete. Then suddenly, a figure appears above them. He's shirtless, holding a knife, standing at the top of the stairs. He doesn't hesitate. He charges. Officers shout for him to stop. 2 have tasers drawn. 1 has a gun.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
The encounter lasts seconds. 4 shots are fired, hitting Max in the chest, arm, abdomen, and head. He collapses at the bottom of the stairwell. Officers begin CPR, but Max Van Sickle dies before paramedics arrive. Body cam footage released later that week confirms what police described: a dark stairwell, a sudden confrontation, and almost no time to react. But officers weren't walking in without warning. Before fleeing the apartment, the caller had told them his brother was unstable, armed with a knife, and possibly huffing chemicals, something he'd managed to take away before running. He also said it wasn't the first time things had spiraled, but this time felt worse. Max had no serious criminal history, no documented violence, but according to his brother, he'd been unraveling for a while, and that morning everything snapped. The incident quickly drew attention, not just for how it ended, but for who wasn't there. Nashville has a co-response team called Partners in Care, officers paired with mental health professionals trained to de-escalate before force is used. But no unit responded to the Van Sickle call, not because it didn't qualify, but because it came in during the 5-hour window when the program shuts down. Officials say there's not enough overnight call volume during that 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. time span to expand the hours. For the Van Sickle family, that explanation offers little comfort. In this case, someone did ask for help, clearly, urgently, and before the violence began, but the support they needed wasn't available. Max Van Sickle's death is still under investigation. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation is leading the case, alongside the Davidson County District Attorney's Office. The 3 officers involved, Jonathan Skull, George Paulos, and Ben Mincer, were placed on routine administrative leave. An autopsy later confirmed what the body cam showed: 4 gunshot wounds, devastating internal injuries, a knife recovered at the scene. Toxicology results found a legal form of THC in Max's system. No other substances were publicly confirmed. Skull, the officer who fired the shots, had joined Nashville's department in 2022 after 7 years in San Diego. At the time of the shooting, both Paulos and Mincer had tasers drawn, but Max appeared so quickly, knife in hand, closing distance, that neither officer had time to fire. Body cam footage seems to support that. There's no negotiation, no pause, just a few frantic seconds. Critics have questioned the use of lethal force, but others say the real problem started earlier, when no trained mental health team was available to respond. In the end, officers walked into a volatile situation, and the moment it turned violent, there were no non-lethal options left. His brother was treated for non-life-threatening injuries and released from the hospital later that morning.
You can head that way. We do have a gunshot call coming in. Possible vehicle involved is going to be a yellow Kia Soul, just drove off southbound.
The dispatch is vague, piecemeal. A neighbor says someone ran from the house. There were gunshots, maybe 2 victims upstairs, and a yellow Kia Soul tearing down the road. The house itself, silent. Officers respond to the address in Washington City, Utah. When they arrive, the front door is cracked open. Inside, the scene is grim. Shell casings are scattered across the first floor, and a woman lies near the base of the stairs. Upstairs, her husband is found in the hallway outside the master bedroom. Both are dead.
Roll 667, clear the air, got 1 down. Patrol, we got 2 bodies down. Contact LT.
Joseph and Gail Bailey had been shot multiple times. Some of the wounds were at close range, not all immediately fatal. So after walking downstairs, she came back, stood over each victim, and fired again, this time to make sure they were dead. The shooter was their own child. 28-year-old Mia Bailey was already gone by the time police arrived. Witnesses saw her fleeing, prompting a rapid and widespread search. But before leaving the house, she fired one last round, this time into a locked bedroom where her brother, Corison David Bailey, and his wife had barricaded themselves. No one was injured, but Mia later told detectives he wasn't the main target, though she wouldn't have been sad if he'd died. It wasn't the first sign of danger. Nearly a year earlier, Corison filed for a protective order citing concerns for his safety. The order was later dismissed without prejudice, but the tension didn't go away. Neighbors described the household as volatile, unsettled, and in the days before the shooting, multiple relatives had found somewhere else to stay, just in case. Now, police are chasing Mia across southern Utah. They find her abandoned vehicle.
We have the suspect's car over here by the gravel pile.
A drone picks up heat signatures in a nearby field. Officers spot movement. Someone crouching in the brush, clutching what looks like a gun. Mia won't stop walking. She puts the weapon to her head, asks what surrender looks like, what the penalties might be.
Everybody be quiet. We got verbal contact with the suspect. We can't quite understand what she's trying to tell us, but she's asked about surrender and asked about penalties.
Then she vanishes again, ducking into thick undergrowth near a ravine. The manhunt stretches overnight. Residents in St. George are told to shelter in place. Helicopters circle the Fort Pierce area. Officers search parks, open fields, dry washes, anywhere she might hide. By morning, she's found curled up in a bush near the new St. George Temple.
She's dropped the gun, slides back. Alright, she's shown that the gun's empty, she just dropped it on the ground.
She surrenders without a fight. Later, during questioning, she boasts about the chase, how she evaded helicopters, hid from drones, slept in a park bathroom, and jumped fences to avoid capture. But once inside the interrogation room, Mia's tone shifts. She confesses, calmly and without hesitation. She tells detectives she's entered the house with one clear goal: to kill her parents. Mia describes every detail without emotion, telling investigators how she opened fire almost immediately, first at her mother, then at her father as she walked down the hall. Then she went downstairs, paused, and came back. She stood over each of them and fired again, one final shot to the head, just to be sure. When asked why she did it, or if she felt any remorse, she didn't flinch, saying, "I would do it again. I hate them." By the end of the week, Mia had been charged with over 11 felony counts, including aggravated murder. She's held without bond at the Washington County Jail. The 28-year-old remained silent at her first court appearance. A trial is expected sometime in 2025. Prosecutors say they won't seek the death penalty, but if convicted, Mia Bailey could face life in prison. For more True 911 calls, watch this episode next.